Cambodia is one of the oldest countries in Southeast Asia. It was a divine land of gods. Due to having had splendid civilization and the glory of the Khmer Empire, this far-flung country comprises hundreds of tourist attractions in every corner of each part. They can absorb millions of tourists per year. If you wish to visit the countries in Southeast Asia, Cambodia should be the first option. Today, Ancestral Khmer Inheritance Channel would like to bring you to visit Ba Phuen Temple. This temple is located in Angkor Thom City on the northwest of Bayon Temple, about 400 meters, just on the south next to the royal enclosure and on the west of the main road about 300 meters. We can access the temple from the east gate walking on a 3-row column causeway for 172 meters or taking the shortcut from Bayon Temple. The straight tall gum trees around the temple providing a cool shade for the tourists for taking a rest. These stones were fallen off from the temple during the war, and they have been kept here for the restoration. If we walk on the beautiful tiny causeway there, we will see two ponds that represented to the mimic Hindu oceans. A pool here on the left, Sanskrit language called Tirtha. In the past, the pilgrims have to come to bath in here to cleanse their sins before they proceeded to the religious event in the temple. The water is very clear, and we can see the three reflections in the water is very cool. Ba Phuen Temple is essentially a massive 5-tier pyramid temple in Angkor Thom. This artificial mountain temple is seated on a big rectangular foundation, 125 meters long by 100 meters wide and 50 meters tall from the ground level, surrounded by 3 enclosing walls. And the outermost measures about 425 meters from the east to the west and 125 meters from the south to the north. The temple was built by a Hindu king named Uttarachitta Varman II in 11th century, dedicated to God Shiva. Besides constructed Ba Phuen as his state temple, the king also had built other temples at elsewhere, like Prasat Phnom Penh in Battambang province, and especially he built the biggest handmade water reservoir, West Barai, 8 kilometers by 3 kilometers, with irrigation system to sustain for the agriculture sector, and this inheritance is still in use until present day. Visiting the holy ancient temple, we ought to pay respects, as the tourist conduct code say, not too little, too glad short, not to eat or shout in the temple. For the safety reason, the children under 12 years old and the pregnant women are prohibited to climb. Now, we got on the second level already. Here, we can see the temple is huge. Over here, there are short columns arranged in row. Supposed to be a causeway comes across from the door to the temple and from the left library to the right library. In this temple, there are 4 libraries found, 2 in the front and the other 2 in the back, but they are in poor condition. The interesting feature on this level is the reclining Buddha statue on the back, measuring for 70 meters long and 9 meters high. It was built in the later period, probably when the Buddhism religion was flourished in the 16th century. You know, this temple, when it was discovered, it was completely collapsed and overgrown by the trees and vines. It was like a big pile of stones, and the French had cleared it out. Once again, during the Civil War in the decade 70, the temple got badly damaged by bombs and shrapnels. In 1996, a French architect, Pascal Rier, came to launch the restoration work. The process was like a jigsaw puzzle because they had to use the original stones, so they had to find the lost stones and put them back in. Even though having modern technology greatly aided in the restoration work, but it still took 16 years to complete the puzzle. Now, I'm climbing up to the next level. We have two staircases, one on the south here and another one on the north over there. They are a bit steep, but they have handrails, so it's not too hard for me. I will go up from the south and will come down from the north. Ladies and gentlemen, when you come to visit this temple, I strongly suggest you to follow this procedure because the south direction consists Yama as a regent. He is the god of hell, considered as unlucky. But when we come down now from the north direction, it's very good because God Gobera is a regent. He is the richest and the universe treasure preserver. So coming down from this direction will bring us lucky, prosperity, and happiness. Now, I got on the third level. The interesting feature on this level is carving. It's gorgeous, but some tourists cannot find them. Ladies and gentlemen, before I make description about the vivid carvings, I would like to solicit you to help me to click subscribe, turn on notification, like, and give a thumb up so I can make more and better videos. On this level comprises 4 doors, one on different cardinal point, and each door has 4 bas-reliefs, 2 on the outer corners and the other 2 on the inner corners. I'm starting from the south door here, outer corner on the left. I'm reading from the top to the bottom. King Kamsa dragging his sister Devaki to make a promise for him that all her babies have to give him to be killed because the heavenly prophecy stated that her son will come to destroy her. Lord Krishna killing a calf demon named Vatsasura. Lord Krishna killing a wicked dragon named Kalaja. King Kamsa coming to grab the newborn baby from Krishna's parents, Vasudeva and Devaki. The picture on the bottom, King Kamsa watching his executor killing all the babies who were born on the same day to Lord Krishna's. Another panel, the picture on the top, a man praying to all the demons on earth get destroyed. Krishna killing the wicked King Kamsa. 4-armed Lord Vishnu killing a demon. The picture on the bottom, Princess Devaki exchanged her last fan Krishna with her mates named Yasuda. This picture, baby Krishna killing a poison body witch named Putana by suckling the breast milk until she got dehydrated and died. The carvings on this vertical panel describes about the livelihood of the ascetics, the hunters blowing a pipe to hunt birds. On the bottom, a man climbing up a tree to escape from a hungry tiger. Outer corner on the right. It's in poor condition, but all the figures are still detectable. On the top, hermits learning holy scripts. In the middle and at the bottom, the ascetic dealing with animals. This picture describes about King Kamsa's dream when he was staying in the palace. Suddenly, There were arrows flew to sever his head. On the top, Lord Krishna destroying a demon named Sakatasura, who comes in the form of an ox cart. Sri Krishna grabbing his uncle's hair, King Kamsa, to kill. Next, the picture of Lord Vishnu with other deities. We move to the other side. Inner corner on the right side, facing south. On the top, Bhim tearing the body of King Jarasandha by the advice of Krishna, and he throw half of the body in opposite direction. Sri Krishna killing a horse demon named Kesan that was dispatched by King Kamsa. The carving next exists 3 panels. On the top, the third incarnation of Lord Vishnu, human body and lion head named Narasingha, killing a golden body demon named Hiranyakasipu, a man dwelling with an elephant. In the middle describes about daily life. On the bottom, the animal fight for gambling. Inner corner on the left. This carving is very intact. Describes about Ramayana and also got 3 panels. On the top, the monkey brothers, Bali and Sugriv, dueling, and the King Ram with his brother Lakshman shot an arrow from the back to kill Bali. The monkey god Hanuman showing the bridal ring to Mother Sita, who was banned in Asokvataka garden in Lanka as she is being distressed. In the middle, the battle between monkey soldiers and demons. The register on the bottom, the Brahmins stirring milk to make butter. The monkey Brahmins, advisors of King Ram, planning to build a bridge across the sea to Sri Lanka. Brahmins taming a formidable bull. The carving on the other side is also very interesting. Describes about the 5th incarnation of Lord Vishnu, as well as the first reincarnation as a human. The picture is reading from the bottom to the top. The goddess Aditi, Indra's mother, pray for 12 days to please Lord Vishnu and ask him to assist her son to claim the heaven back from the demon Mahabali by the advice of a sage Kashyapa. The picture in the middle, a dwarf Brahman Vamana, son of Aditi, coming to beg 3 steps of land from the demon king Mahabali, while the king Mahabali performing the Visvajit sacrifice on the riverbank of Narada to gain the good deeds by granting objects to Aniglirics. King Bali came out with a pitcher of water and poured onto the Brahmin's hand and agreed to give the 3 steps of land to him. On the top, the dwarf Brahman Vamana grew up quickly to measure the land for 3 steps. The first step on the hell, the second step on the earth, and the third step strided to nowhere. Bali understood and passed his head for Brahman. Finally, he got the 3 worlds back from the demon. Now, I'm proceeding around the tiny gallery by clockwise to see the west door. This is the outer corner on the left side of the west door. This picture is reading from the top to the bottom. The battle between 2 monkey king brothers, Bali and Sugriv. Ram riding on a chariot departing to war with Sri Lanka. The Brahmins and deities are concerning about the upcoming war that provoked by Lord Ram and the demon king Ravana. The warriors ride on an elephant, and on the bottom the musician orchestra. Another vertical register, the duel between a man with an animal and a god with a demon. The carving on the outer corner on the right side of the west door is still in good condition, reading from the top to the bottom. On the top, the creator god Brahma staying in his palace Indraloka, the king Ram with his younger brother Lakshman. The buffalo king Tupi, human body and buffalo head, killing an elephant. On the bottom, the musicians beating a gong. Another section on the top, Apsara discussing. A god shooting an arrow to kill a demon in a palace. A god performing tapa by standing with a single leg, left hand holding beads and right hand supporting a bowl of offering to please Lord Shiva. A warrior grabbing the hair of a lady on the chariot and about to sever her head with a sword. On the bottom, the musician orchestra. The carving on the inner corner on the right side of the west door, facing west, describes about the mundane and military scenes. We can see the soldiers training and wrestling. A hunter hunting a deer. A man dueling with a tiger. A man beating the cows. The vertical register on the top is elephant fight, the monkey dueling, the soldiers drilling. On the bottom, a man fighting a horse. The carving on the inner corner on the left side, facing west, is very beautiful. Describes about Ramayana. There are 3 panels. On the top panel, I'm reading from left to right. The King Ram, Lakshman, and Vibhishan attacking on Sri Lanka. The monkey Hanuman flying in the sky. On the center, there is a big demon, a monkey holding a big stone to throw at the demon. At last, the demon king Ravana grabbing a monkey stretching against to the rock. On the second and the third register at the bottom depict the same story, the battle between the monkey soldiers and the demon soldiers. Now I'm continuing to the north door. Walking in this tiny gallery is cool and fun. It's a bit narrow, but it's clear and charming. I can imagine how beautiful this place was like. There were a lot of golds, gemstones, and other kinds of precious relics had been set up to adorn this temple. It must be very spiritual and effective, but in those days, commoners couldn't come up here. The vignettes on the north door depict about Ramayana again. I will start from the outer corner on the left side first. I'm reading from the bottom to the top. Lord Ram riding on a chariot, Lakshman and Vibhishan departing to war. The dueling between Hanuman and Indrajit. The dueling between the monkey king Sugriva and the Sri Lanka king Ravana. The great battle between Ram and Ravana. On this vertical panel describes the same story. The 10-headed demon Ravana, Mother Sita being distressed in Asokawataka garden in Sri Lanka, as Hanuman showing the bridal ring to her. Hanuman attacking Lanka city. On the top there, we can see Hanuman killing Hasakuma, a son of Ravana. The outer corner on the right of the north door. The small figures on this panel is very interesting. It depicts about daily life. A monkey confronting with a demon. Lakshman got injured by a Shaktiban Astra that hurled by Indrajit from the clouds. The bird named Sidayos got seriously injured by Ravana as he tried to obstruct him from abducting Mother Sita. The bird telling Lord Ram all what he has seen about Mother Sita before he died. Queen Sita is being upset in Sri Lanka. Lord Ram and Lakshman ordering the Monkey King Sugriv to construct a bridge across the sea. The last register of this corner, Lord Ram killing the Monkey King Bali. The dueling between the monkey brothers Bali and Sugriv. When Lord Ram and Lakshman met Hanuman and Sugriv weeping by the river up top of their shrine. The great sage Kashyapa and his wife Aditi, the Indra's parents, making butter from the fresh milk that got from the holy cow named Kemetenu and obstructed by a demon. The last picture on top, the warrior riding on elephant. Inner corner on the left side facing north. The sculpture also beautiful. We can see the dueling between a man with a man with an animal. Next, we can see Queen Sita and the monkey Hanuman. This picture is repeated. On this panel is the warrior riding on a horse. Buffaloes, the dueling between two warriors, and on the top a man beating a ball. Okay, now we're going to see the last door on the east, which has the most beautiful and interesting pictures of all. Outer corner on the left side of the east door, it's a bit incised, but the carving is absolutely beautiful. I'm reading from the bottom to the top. The maids making up and headdress for Uma Devi to marry to Lord Shiva. Uma Devi sitting on Lord Shiva's lap. Lord Shiva, mounting on his bull Nandi, ascended back to heaven. Lord Shiva doing yoga in his kuhir. His consort attempted to stop him, but his disciple called her back. On the top, Lord Shiva meditated too long, and his consort sitting under a tree looks very unhappy. The attendants tried to amuse and massage for Uma Devi. Uma Devi looks very distressed in the temple, ignoring from the servants offering foods. They solicited God Indra to assist her to wake her husband up from his long meditation. God Indra seeking his guru, Brihasti, for an idea to distract Lord Shiva. Finally, Gama, the god of love, was sought to shoot his rose arrow to bother Lord Shiva. But Lord Shiva confused that somebody killing him, and he opened up his third eye. Everything in front of him was blazed down, and God Gama also died. Here, we can see God Gama's wife, Rati, holding her dead husband. Look, the flower pattern motifs on the right side of the interval here is very intricate and amazing. This vertical panel, reading from the top to the bottom, God Indra respecting Lord Vishnu. Maharishi Vishwamitra, Rama's guru, seducing with an Apsara Menaka. Here, they killing a boar, then they broke up. Outer corner on the right side of the east door describes about Mahabharata. The story started from Pandava family and Kaurava family playing dice game. Pandavas lost everything, jewelries, territories, including their queen Draupadi. Dusasan, the second eldest brother of the Kaurava, disrobed the saru from Draupadi. Bhim, the second eldest brother, dissected the body of the king Jarasandha into two. After 14 years, Pandavas came back. This time, Pandava picked up the war to challenge with Kaurava. On this side is Pandavas. Arjun rides on a chariot on the top. And on the bottom, riding on a chariot, is Yudhishthira. The picture on the opposite side is Kauravas. On the top is Bhishma, the guru of Kauravas, dying by Arjun's arrow when the sun was setting on the 17th day of the battle, and he died on the airbed. The picture on the center is the brothers of Kaurava going to fight with the Pandavas. On the bottom is musician band. In a corner on the left side of the east door facing east, a man dueling with elephants, a monkey dueling with a demon, the man trapping elephants in the forest with a big rattan, King Ram and Lakshman returning back to Ayodhya. The vignettes on the top, Lakshman attacking Ravana's sister Surpanakha. The picture adjacent, a sage doing sacrifice and another sage hiding behind him, wait to steal the offerings. That's a bit strange. In a corner on the right side of the east door facing east, the picture on the top showing aspect the livelihood of the ascetic in the palace and in the jungle. They got revered and sacrificed. The register on the bottom, the animals dueling. Krishna killing one bull demon named Aristasura and the horse demon named Kesan that dispatched by the king Kamsa. These all vivid carvings, if you come here on your own, is not surely that you can find them. Because there were many tourists had come to visit this temple, but they couldn't find these carvings. When you come to visit this temple ruin, I strongly recommend you to hire a local tour guide that they can show you and explain you about these fabled pictures on detail. The fourth level is also concentric with a gallery wall, but it's collapsed. Just only some pillars remain, and the view from here is absolutely fantastic. The breeze is cool, fresh, and it's very energetic. This temple is best to be visited in the late afternoon because it's more calm and the view color changes by the soft sunlight. Especially when we look back down to the front on the causeway, the view is extremely picturesque and the spirits will come. The sanctuary in the center is the fifth level. In the past, there was a lofty and prominent tower standing, but now it's collapsed. Just only door frames remain. In those days, the king, the great guru, and the great Brahmins had come up here to worship the god Shiva, and they had a gold Shivaling statue as the representative. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy with this video from the holy place. I would like to wish you all have good health, good luck, and safe from the disease pandemic. Thank you very much.